Good morning, art peeps. It's Jordana from Jordana's Designs. I've been away for a while. I'm having tiles put into the areas I work in because I'm missing too much paint and everything else into the carpets. So I now have tiled floors which are easy to wipe up, and that's why I've been absent, but I'm back again. Today I'm just going to do something very simple. It's a geoide coaster. There's 4 of them, and I'm going to be using this aluminium pigment powder, which I've tried before, and it really is amazing. This one is not just silver, although it says bright silver powder. This stuff is like the real deal. It looks amazing when you finish. So what I'm going to do, we're going to pour resin today. I'm going to weigh it. Get this out of the way. I'm going to weigh it. Excuse my scale in plastic, but I put it in plastic because otherwise if I mess stuff on it, I can't wipe it off. So let's get to the unit. Okay, I'm looking for grams. There we go. Getting there. One more. Okay, I'm putting this big cup, 350 ml cup. Go back to naught. My resin is WOODCAST BASTION resin. It's pretty heavy. It's a 100 to 60. I'm going to try and make 300 and 180 and see if it fits in this cup, but we'll have to wait and see. This is actually not gone to 0. There, it's at 0 now. Let's see what happens at 300. Okay, kind of, yeah, it'll make it. It's at 290. There we go, 300. And that one's done. And then a baby wipe. Just wipe the cap of this bottle so it's not all sticky next time I need it. And then that was 3 units, so 100 each, that's 300. And now I'm going to need 60, 120, 180. I've gone back to 0 there. 0. Yes, there we go. Let's see, this is 180. This is very runny compared to the first one. There we go, 180. Spot on. And wipe it as well. Get the lid back on. I always mark the caps A and B because it's so easy to even just mix the caps up. So I have this, move this out of the way, the scale, and I have this stick to stir. Could have actually done with a deeper stick. Somehow I got caught with just my normal short sticks, but it will do the job. You can fast forward this bit if you like. It's just going to be me stirring the stuff up. It goes cloudy at first and then it'll go clear, and then I'm going to add the pigment, and then you'll see it looks like molten lead. It is absolutely gorgeous. So from now you just fast forward and you'll see when I pour the pigment. It's starting to clear up, which means it's just about ready for the pigment to go into it. I don't have a measuring scoop or anything. It's kind of like, you know how much you need to put in. And with this stuff, I like to have it quite pigmented so that it comes out really nice in these coasters. Right here, let's get the pigment. A lovely aluminium, or as Americans say, aluminum, but we have a different spelling. If you have a look, it's aluminium. So, pardon me if I'm saying it wrong. So that's about a teaspoon, a level teaspoon, maybe, and a bit more. Let's see how this stirs in. I have tucked in tight around the edges, gone right through to the bottom. The stick is actually feeling a little bit like it's wanting to crack. I hope it doesn't crack on me right here. I chuck out sticks after I've used them with resin. I find they're too sticky to work with, or and they're not even worth cleaning. The sticks are cheaper than the baby wipes, so you can take your choice. Do you want to save a baby wipe or do you want to save a stick? Either way, I don't think you're going to make any money out of it. So, see, look at this. It's starting to look like molten lead or molten, yeah, aluminum. Let's get this into the right place. I have used tape and I've cleaned the whole mold so that it hasn't got fluff or bits of dog hair or cat, in my case, cat hair, people hair, or any dust specks, because you're going to find that they will be on the underside of the mold, not on the top. And if I have any of this left over, I do have that pyramid mold, and I just keep adding until I have a full pyramid. So I'm sort of collecting pyramids with weird colors in weird layers. It's certainly interesting when you undo the pyramid mold when you're finished with all this. So to really make sure I give this a really, really good stir. You really need to have strong wrists for this, which in your old age you don't have so much anymore. My old age, that is. Oh, to be a teenager again with a good strong pair of arms. Alright, let's see how it goes. I'll just check that I do have my, yes I do, I have my blowtorch for bubbles. Look at that, how it comes out. Wow, this stuff is amazing. Look at the color. Can you see it? Ah, it's really great. The stuff was not cheap, by the way. It was quite pricey. The aluminium powder, that is. The resin is, well, more or less as resin goes, I suppose. It's not a cheap one, it's not an expensive one, but it's a shallow cast resin. So I like to use the WOODCAST one from BASTION. I'm not particularly happy with this set of silicone coasters that I was sent. They're South African ones and they're not solid at the back. They're kind of hollowed out, if you know what I mean. In other words, this part here and this part here, you can see you can push it right through. It's not solid, and I really feel that that's like a cheap way of making a mold, and this mold wasn't exactly cheap. So we'll see how it goes with this. Is the first time I've used this mold. The other molds seem to have been better structurally. Okay. Well, let's try the torch. You can't. But these cheap molds, you got to be careful. You can actually take the sides away. I may come back a little bit later and check on the bubbles. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to only get back to you tomorrow after everything here has set. So peeps, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please like. Everything helps to get my channel going forward, and I'm still a baby at all this. I missed out the last 2 months, as I said, with building alterations, but I'll be back with other swipes and art and resin pours and whatever goes with art. And I hope you'll follow me, and I love it that you're out there and you're watching me. So thank you. Bye everyone. Good morning, art peeps. It's the next morning, and as you can see, I have covered my 4 GEOIDE coasters with this cake net, which I actually didn't even know I had. I had to go scratch in the kitchen and see if I had some sort of net I could put over this, which I did have, fortunately, and it just collapses in on itself, so it was perfect for keeping the dirt and dust out. As you can see, they've all kind of come to the center here and left like a little streak of silver. I'm wondering how nicely they've turned out on the other side, so shall we have a look? Wow. This mold for these casters is really not the greatest mold. As you can see at the back here, you can see it's hollow in here, whereas it shouldn't be. This should be filled in with silicone if it was any sort of mold that one would want to use and reuse. I don't think this is going to last too long, and it wasn't cheap. It was like about in dollars, American dollars, about $50 for this. I think that's quite a rip-off. Well, yeah, it came out pretty nice, as you can see. Look at the shimmer. It's really pretty. But I still have my reserves about the mold. So there's that one. And then there's the next one. Again, so you can see that sort of like silvery line there, but then on the good side, it's got a bit of a line here actually, which it shouldn't have, but I can see there's like a scratch actually in this mold. So don't buy South African cheap molds. So they weren't so cheap. It's just a bit of a rip-off. Anyway, it goes for the next one. Okay, again, you can see the line at the back, and then in the front there's a little bit of a, like almost like a scratching there. Okay, that's number 3, and number 4. Again, you can see this like line here, and the back is it could be better. In fact, on my good mold that I got from Australia, it was better. This mold I'm not really happy with at all. But there we go. They're 4, and I think they're about the same depth, all of them. They were about the same. Maybe this one's a little bit lower. No, maybe all the same. Okay, until the next time, when I will come back to do some art for you. If I've seen something from one of our lovely ladies, who I'll mention when I do the next video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing and just being here with me today. I love having you peeps watch. Please watch more of my videos, and I'm going forward. Thank you so much. I love you all being here. Bye.